Imagine if there was a tool that let you scan all of your cards and then list them to eBay with just a couple clicks. Believe it or not, that tool actually already exists, and in today's video we're going to look at what it is, how you can use it, how much it costs, and more. But first, here's your intro. Alright, so today we're going to talk about Kronozio, or Kronocard. They have a couple different names, and I'm not 100% sure what the difference is, but this is something that it's been around for a little while. I actually made a video about the website when it was in its infancy, back when our YouTube channel was also in its infancy, and I want to circle back now because it looks like they have made leaps and bounds since I made that first video. I'm still subscribed to all their marketing communications, so I get these email updates of what they're doing and all the cool stuff they're adding. And I'll be honest, I'm hooked. I wanted to check it out and just see where we're at now and how useful it could potentially be. So for one, here's their new landing page. It looks 1,000 times better than it did. So we'll just talk through the landing page here. So what Kronozio is basically is something that allows you to scan all the cards, all the base cards. I mean, you can scan, I guess, all your cards, but you can bulk scan and bulk list your cards with an eBay plugin. If you look here, it says autofill card information currently supporting baseball, basketball, so you have all this good stuff. So basically, you scan in the cards, and Kronozio's AI looks at the scans front and back and determines what card it is from what set, and it populates with year, detail, set, brand, all that good stuff, and it builds out collections for you. It's kind of the digital equivalent of the 3-ring binders we all used to do, and we'd sort cards that way. I never actually did that, but I've seen it done. So if you're just looking to try it out, you can get 250 AI autofill listings per month, plus 50 free eBay listings. All you have to do is just create an account, download Kronocard, and book a live demo. So it's pretty simple. I haven't actually done that yet, and that's something that I just want to quickly address because I figure it's a question you guys are asking. It's why are you promoting this if you don't use it yourself? Short answer is, I rehome all the bulk cards that I would use Kronocard for to some guys at my church, younger collectors, and or send them out when we do break videos. If you ever are watching my videos here, you'll probably have heard me say this in the past, but you can message or comment on the YouTube and be like, hey, I'm a Yankees fan, I want all your base Yankees cards, and I will gladly send them to you. Just pay shipping, you can have all those base cards. So that's why I personally don't use it, but I do think that it's a really good service, and it makes it so that if you rip a box of Top Series 1 or whatever, and you get 60 cards that you wouldn't necessarily do anything with, you can easily scan them, list them, and go from there. Even if you're selling them for $1 or $2, it's going to at least make ripping retail much more affordable. I have so many base cards I lose money on just because I'm too lazy to list them all. So here's a few of the features. Use Kronocard Pro to scan and auto crop multiple cards, auto fill your cards information, list your cards on Kronozio. They have their own marketplace, so we'll look at it in here in a bit. Then you can also list your cards on eBay, super important integration. And it says they help you ship your cards. I don't know a whole lot about that, but Kronocard apparently has some kind of shipper. There's a video here. We're not going to watch their video on this video. I don't want to get in any trouble, but check it out. It's going to show you the process and give you I think some screen content as well to show you what it looks like. And then finally, if you're looking for a scanner, you can click on this button. It'll take you to the scanners tab. So there's really two kinds of scanners. There's the flatbed scanner that most of us are probably used to, where you just lay your cards out here and scan, and it says that it auto crops them, so I think that's real attractive. But the actual the most attractive option is something like this, where you feed your cards through. I would imagine you'd want to experiment with it. You want to probably penny sleeve them, even the base cards, before running it through a scanner. I don't know, get some firewood cards and just run them through and just see if it damages them. I wouldn't want to ding any corners or the surface by feeding them through something like this, but I would imagine if you just penny sleeve your cards and run them through, then you're going to be able to get some scans in bulk. This says 3,000 to 4,000 cards per hour. My guess is that's probably if you don't sleeve them, but either way, very attractive option. This is a $900 scanner, so if you don't get this exact one and maybe can find something that works better for you price-wise and still can output something similar, that might be the best option. But just in general, it looks like they have a lot of recommended scanners that will deliver everything that you need. So when it comes to pricing, there's the base service, which has different scales, and then they have different scales of add-ons too. So basically for $12 a month, you can get 10,000 AI credits. So I think that's basically having 10,000 cards listed and indexed. Or for an extra $4 a month, or about $50 a year, you can get a $250,000. So you're 25xing your volume for just $4 more a month. This seems like the best deal. The thing is, though, if you don't have 10,000 cards to ultimately scan and sort, it seems pointless to pay the upcharge for this. But if you're like a big time collector and you know that you have the cards for this, I would highly recommend getting the Pro. And then there's this eBay plugin. So you get 50 free listings a month on the very first tier. That we talked about this earlier, 250 autofill AI documentation credits per month, and 50 cards on eBay. But you can also pay quite a bit more. If you want to list 1,000 cards a month, it's $20 monthly. Or if you're like an absolute power seller, you can do 100,000 for $300 a month. The real cool thing about this to me is that it's fairly easy to calculate your return on investment. I would imagine that, you'll have a good sense for how many cards that you're listing on eBay using Kronocard and what they generate for you in income. So I would imagine no matter what you're paying here, you can easily say, oh, you know what, I generated enough money to offset that by 5x or whatever. And if you're listing 100,000 cards on eBay, $300 a month is probably going to be nothing. Then there's this export add-on, and that's the last and I think the newest feature. That's actually what made me want to do this new update review today. I'm a big Shopify guy, and I think it's really cool that they have this new feature that exports all your cards as a CSV for Shopify. So basically, you can have your cards indexed, you can download a CSV, and then if you have a Shopify site, which is basically, if you don't know Shopify, it's a website that allows you to make websites. We're gonna do a little shameless plug, but like this is my sunglasses website, Solero Shades. So I sell sunglasses that are sports sunglasses, basically. The back end of the site looks something like this, where you can go in and you can see all your different inventory. But when I list stuff on Shopify, like when I was listing these sunglasses, I had to just like do new product and enter all this stuff, blah, 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 add all the pictures, get all that good stuff listed. And apparently you can export a CSV file that will have all that information in it that you can re-upload. So I think that is absolutely phenomenal. The thing obviously that I don't think they can do is every time you list and add cards to Kronozio, you'd have to redo it and like export a CSV of the new uploads and then add them to Shopify, because they're not going to be in direct communication. There's like the CSV file is kind of the median between the two. But just being able to, if you had ever wanted to like go full small business and start like Jeff's Cards and like make your own website, you can make a really attractive website pretty easily on Shopify. You could load it with all your cards. You could run some Facebook ads saying, hey, I'm selling sports cards, come check them out. And you're not going to pay 10% eBay fees. You just pay 2.8% with Shopify, basically. Might be 2.2 with their new escrow service. Either way, finally, they have a marketplace here on Kronozio, which is real cool. You can add your cards here. You can sort by sport. You can sort by, I think you can just do a direct search. We're going to type in LeBron James, and bang, there it is. There's the LeBron cards. Some of these are listed on eBay as well, so it kind of shows you. I would imagine they're all listed with the eBay export tool. But it's a cool thing. I've made this metaphor on the channel before. It's kind of like if I wanted to set up a hot dog stand in my small hometown in Oklahoma, I probably would not get the foot traffic that I would get if I set up the same hot dog stand in New York City. So you kind of bear that in mind. In this case, obviously, Kronocard, their marketplace is like my small Oklahoma hometown, while eBay is New York City. You definitely don't want to miss out on that traffic, but being able to list some cards here just for people to browse and collect and potentially purchase without as steep of fees, it's a cool option as well. So that's my full review of Kronocard. It looks like they've come a long ways. If you use Kronocard, let me know in the comments below. My guess is if you use it, you probably haven't made it this far in the video because you haven't learned anything. If there's other sites you want me to check out, let me know what those are too. I'll see you next time.